What is going on, guys? Evo here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tame the new creature Ceratosaurus. It was part of the Arc Additions mod made by Garuga, but it has been added into the base game. Now this thing actually isn't too hard to tame, but you are going to need a couple of things. The first thing being the blood extraction syringe. You're going to need that to make blood packs. The next thing that you're going to need is some narcotic, which you can craft up in the mortar and pestle or the chemistry bench. You're also going to need a creature that has a lot of health or a very good saddle. I've gone with a Rex that has around 30k health, and we're just going to be using a primitive saddle today. But if you have a way better saddle, it's going to make it a lot easier and a lot less stressful. And the last thing that you're going to need is Cerato venom spines. And the way you get these is just by killing Ceratosauruses, so you may have to farm these guys for a little bit to get 10 of them. And the reason you need 10 of them, you can see we just got one there from that Ceratosaurus. They do have a chance to drop multiple or none at all. It's kind of very random on what you're going to get. But once you have 10, you can make this thing called the Hemo Goblin Cocktail. It takes 15 blood packs, 10 Cerato venom spines, and 10 narcotics, so it's not super expensive. I would recommend getting enough for 2 or 3 of these cocktails, just in case something goes wrong. Now, once you have the Hemo Goblin Cocktail made up, you want to find a Ceratosaurus that you would like to tame. We've got a 140 male right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to put the cocktail in your creature's inventory and use it just like so, and that will give us a little buff which will make the Ceratosaurus get drunk as it attacks us. So you can see it got 3% drunk there, and we're just gonna kind of let it do its thing, let it beat us up. This is why you want a creature with a lot of HP, because this could take a while. And again, if you have a really good saddle, that also helps a lot. So we're just going to keep letting him hit us, keep sitting here, taking all the damage. He's now 9% drunk. Now you can see here in the top right that we are about to run out of this little concoction that we have going on, which means the creature's no longer going to get drunk when it attacks me. So we just want to pop another one of those, and then we can just continue the process without de-aggroing it or anything. Back to just taking a beating. We're at 35% currently, and all we have to do is just keep letting him do his thing and get to 100%. Now I've actually had to pop a couple more cocktails, so we have used 4 in total, but depending on the level of the Ceratosaurus and your efficiency with getting hit, you may have to use more or less. And then once it hits 100% drunk, you can then hop off your creature, and the Ceratosaurus becomes a passive tame. So you just need to follow it around and feed your kibble to it. There we go. We've just given him the second feed, and we have to wait for one more. His drunkenness should last long enough for you to get it tamed up. And he doesn't really seem to spook when he's drunk, so you can just stand right next to him the whole time and feed him when he becomes hungry again. And here we go. We can give him the last kibble, and we now have our Ceratosaurus. So these guys do require a saddle to ride them. You need to be level 60 to craft it in the smithy, and it's not super expensive. 270 fiber, 20 metal, and 130 hide. Now once we've got the saddle crafted, we can give him a little ride, and he's got some pretty cool abilities. So he's got the left click, which is just like a nice normal bite. Now with the right click, if you're looking forward, he does like a head attack like the Carno, but if you're looking slightly to the left or right, he will do a spin. They also have a very cool movement ability. Now the longer you sprint with this creature, the faster and faster it gets. And this thing can move. Holy cow. Once we start getting up there, it's pretty crazy. you can see we are just running through anything and everything. We can go straight through rocks, straight through trees. Anything that's breakable, we will go through it. Obviously, you can get stuck on creatures because creatures don't break. So another thing that's pretty cool about the running speed is if you're over 75% and do your right-click headbutt attack, you will actually do a more powerful version of that attack. And the last thing about the Ceratosaurus, something that is extremely good, is if you right-click on a creature, you'll give them this blood explosion debuff, and you can see we're actually healing through most of the damage that's being done on us. So with that debuff on the creatures, you can see the red glow with the green little bits. We are healing. Now, the more we attack when they have that debuff, the bigger the blood explosion will be at the end. You guys will see a super big one just like that, all that blood exploding out, and any creatures within a certain area of that blood explosion will also heal. So they're pretty decent in boss fights, I've heard, because of that ability. Not only does it heal your Ceratosaurus, well, they have that debuff on them, but it also gives that blood explosion that heals your creatures around it. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two, and if you did, remember to smash that like button, and remember to subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one.